Hey guys, welcome to episode 6 of creating your own self-hosted notes-taking application in 3DVista. We already went through a lot of things. We can log in. We can see the name happening over here. We can view the virtual tour, create a note, go over here, say, hey, go hang that up, man. I can assign this task to someone. I'll assign this to myself. It's mid and it's appearing, which is all really nice. And when we are looking here, we see the notes that are created by me as well as the notes assigned to me. We can click on creating a quick note, open this up. You can add commands to this, send command, and when the command is being sent, this table is automatically being updated and ordered on top of it so that the newest commands are on top. We see a nice formatted time with the date. Already quite a lot of things. For some reason, it doesn't want to show up the note. It's because I've been redoing this take a few times, and now there are bugs because I need to go back in time a little bit in order to show this properly to you guys. Open this up. We'll see the tour now. And yeah, we can zoom in, we can zoom out, put it on full screen, exit full screen. We can comment, we can mark this as done right now. So let's do that. And when it's marked as done, we will be returned to the home page. Now, the only thing with this is that this is all for one single virtual tour. And the idea is that when you're creating the system, that you can very easily add in the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, 10 tours if you want, and give access to different clients as you need that to be. It's going to challenge me a little bit in explaining all of this to you guys, but I'll do what I can here. So let's see. First step is we need to get to the notes backend. And we need to add in a new table. So I'll call this projects. And here I'll say project ID. This one needs to be exactly written like this, because this will be used later on. And this will need to be a formula for row ID, like this. And then over here, we're gonna do here the name. Name, and over here the project URL, and over here we will do the link to the note. So I'm gonna say this, and I'll say project lead note. Alright, so first one is called construction site, and the second one is going to be a virtual gallery. Now, the construction site is over here, so this is the URL. We're putting this in here. And the virtual gallery, I already uploaded one and added this one. I'll just quickly show you what I did. This is the project, just a single panorama. I'll just quickly disable this mouse zoom. And I give this a name. And in the skin, we will just go to over here, 360 creators, notes v6, or whatever version you have. And we click anywhere in the blue screen. And now we have notes v6. The only thing that we need to do over here is execute JavaScript. We keep the URL of the form exactly the same as what we did in the other project. The only thing we're going to be changing here is the project ID to number 2. And that's it. So, and then you just hit publish, host this online, and done. So I'll just save this project. I already posted this on here, and we can see that now when we do start notes, we try to create a note. It will not allow us to continue because we're still missing something. As you can see, this is blocked. And that is because in the notes, we are now passing on the project ID, and we have here a link table. This needs to be project ID. And when we go to the form over here, we need to add in this project ID. So this name needs to be exactly the same as what you're seeing in 3DVista JavaScript code. Right over here, project ID. So we added project ID now to the form. That's great. If we want to try this out, there needs to be, beside the project ID in the form, there needs to be one more thing, and that is the username. So I'll just quickly do it like this. Username is Ronald. Start notes. Love the amazing wall. I signed this to myself, I hit submit, and now we can see that there's love the amazing wall with the view link, the username Ronald because of over here. And we got the project ID now linked as well. So that's pretty awesome. We got that all settled up. Let's see how it works within the application. Love the amazing wall. Now, when we click on this, we'll see something a little strange. As you can see, we do have the camera position, very likely, but we have the wrong tour. So we need to find a way how to change the URL accordingly to the project it's linked towards to. In this projects tab, we still needed to add this link as well. All right, so I'll just very quickly link all of these old nodes that we created. Make sure that they're connected to the right project. That's one. And now what we need to do is in the application, we got a home page. Let's call this home. And we got view node, but we don't have something to open up the tour. So what I would like to do now is, well, first of all, over here, I want to get rid of this and show this in a different page where it's a view tour. So for the moment, I'll just keep it, but hang with me. In data, we're going to say add new data source, action, list multiple rows, and say list tours. Go over here, projects, list projects. Hit save. And what we'll do over here is table. And we'll say list projects. Okay, cool. Now we don't want this one. We just want to show up the name of the project and a button to open up the project. So we're going to be changing this to a button. Call this open project. Now we are going to link this, but before we do that, we need to create the dynamic page. So I'll say new page, view project, path like /project, keep it tidy, and put in the ID. This is the project ID. Numeric, add page, and in here we'll do data, get single row, get project, create database projects, and then here the parameter. Hit save, and let's just quickly add in a heading and put in the title of one of those project name. And we got construction site. Great. And number 2, virtual gallery. Awesome. Now we got the setup. We can move this up, and I want to move this embed, this iframe, from here to the project page over here. I'll put one below. iframe. And put this in there. Logged in. All we need to do is not in URL, but in embed, and put in this code over here. Great, got that. Let's make this 900 pixels. All right. And now this is set. I decided to not put up the relevant nodes. We can do it, it's just too complicated for this video. So I'm going to keep the nodes over here as they are, with different projects all mixed all together. Just know that you can have them organized below here as well. It will just take more time for me to figure that out again. For now, you can select the project and you can create nodes in there. So we got that. In the view node, we still got the same things over here. But there's something quite challenging on having multiple things over here, because you got to work with what you have in the software. And from what I just learned is that it's quite difficult to get this project into another page with getting this project URL. And there's a reason that I have just embedded this project URL always into here. So I added some logic over here, and it's called view origin path. So this is basically the URL where things are coming from. So right now when I preview, this will be localhost, but once you are hosting it online, it will be that URL from where you are online. So we need to add this into our nodes. So over here, we'll add in a new field called this view origin path, the same spelling. Could be URL. I'm just going to keep it single line text. It's not too important. And in here, in the add new node, we make sure that this one is added as well. Now, when we go to a virtual tour and we add in the username is Ronald in this case, then we can say start nodes and watch what happens where with the view origin path and the 19 node. So we'll add one. No, 19. I'll assign this to Peter. And you'll see that already pre-filled view origin path, and it is putting this all up. Of course, we're going to hide that later on, but for now it's very useful to see it. We'll hit submit, and you'll see that node 19, we got this view origin path included now as well. This is much easier to retrieve back in the application in Base Row. So what I'll quickly do is go over here. And this is the URL for all the other nodes too. And yeah, and continue. So very quickly over here, we can see the view origin path is X. We need to remove the X. And so now from this point on, I'm gonna publish this again. This will be hidden. Now when we preview this, right now we still have wrong URLs showing up. Meaning that when we go to node 19, which we just created over here, and we open this up, we will not see the trees outside. We will see the wrong URL. So, but now we can fix that quite easily. So when we go back over here in View Project, in here, I know it's going to sound a little bit confusing because there are different things here, but in this one we can relatively easily get the project URL from the current project. So meaning we go to get project and say project URL, put that in and remove this part over here. Now we've got the project URL for different ones. Great. But where the challenge comes in is in the view node, because in here we are not retrieving the project ID. There's some logic to it that makes it a bit difficult, and that's why we just did what we just did. So now we need to go over here and go to the SRC and go to get node and view origin path. Click here, then we add in a question mark in between, and now we have this linked with the deep link. This is why this whole series is really awesome, because all of this stuff took me a full year to figure out, and you know, you're getting this in what, like half an hour or so. Yeah, that's why this is looking slightly different. And now we've got that to work. Leaving the home page, we still need to hide a few things. Like this one needs to be hidden for logged in visitors. Refresh. Let's see where we are right now. So we got the construction site and the virtual gallery. Let's open up the virtual gallery. And this doesn't work yet because we still need to link these buttons. So let's go over here. Project URL. Let's call this open project as well. And here we need to go to the events tab. Yes, to send me open page project with project ID. All right, so let's open it up. Now it does. So we got this showing up nicely. We can add notes about this. Green tree. All right, and go over here and call this blue sky. Yeah, I still need to add in a button to go back to the home. So let's do that right away. Let's refresh. And for some reason, I just lost my header. I'll just add that again. I quickly added them back in. Go to construction site. Can go to back to home. We can go to virtual gallery. White clouds. And when we go back, we'll see white clouds in there. Right there. So yes, that's great. All right, so I am going to still show you the project with the relevant nodes on the project, because I do think it is quite nice to have it there. So what we're going to add over here, we're going to go to data, and even though I have those over here, I'm just going to create a new one. So say action, list rows, get nodes on this tour. Nodes, nodes, and add filter where project ID has, well, not like this, but like this parameter. So this is the parameter of this view project ID. So it's the project ID. We'll hit save. And below here, we'll create a table, and I'll say this one. Now we have all of these nodes over here. So that's nice. Let's remove some stuff that we don't need, like this one. Comments, let's just remove those. Created on, this needs to be created on nice. We don't have a created on nice yet for the nodes, so let's do that. Over here, we've got it for the comments. First we need to have this as well. No. I think I need this one. Okay, got a nice formatting right now as well over here. Let's refresh thing over here. Created on, nodes created on nice. Okay, so we've got the nice formatting. The project ID we do not need to show over here. And the view origin path, that can be in a nicer way. So I'll remove this. And I'll add a field. Say button. Maybe link. Over here I'll say node ID with the ID. It's finger crossed that I have this set correctly. And I'll put up a heading here and say created by username. Let's make sure I'm logged in. And I just noticed that we still need to do the filter here, that it will filter out Willem and Peter. So let's go back to the data source, say get project. Add filter. For now, I'm not able to figure this out. Oh wait, maybe I see it. Username contains username. Haha, okay, still got it. So all nodes created by user. Cool. I'm going to rename this get nodes on this tour created by user. I wish there was a duplicate over here, but there's not, so just make a new one again. List multiple rows. And then where user assign contains username. Let's hit save. Duplicate this one, put this there. I think it actually makes more sense to have this one to the top. And now I can change this to assigned. Unfortunately, we need to do some stuff over again. So we'll need to say node, yes. Nodes assigned to Ronald on, and then I can specify the project as well now. So I'll say get project name on construction site. Project. Okay, do the same over here. Notes created by on get projects name projects. Now we need to sort them better so that the newest are on top. So we'll say data. Let's start with this one, sort. And then we'll say created on 9 to 1. Now we have the latest on top, and then we can say this sort add one, and then by task completed from unchecked to checked. Okay, my bad, we needed to do that the other way around. Yes, so first it needs to sort by the task completed and then by which one are on top. So this makes more sense to me at least. And we can do the same with the other one as well, where we have this one, sort first by task completed, then by created on. And save. Great, perfect, nice. One thing we might want to do is, it would have been, of course, nicest if when you are submitting the form, that when you submit it, that it will refresh the tables down here. Fortunately, I don't know how to do that one. That's quite a complicated one. So for that reason, I added over here a button, and that is the refresh button. So I can say over here, refresh, and I'll say events, on click, refresh data source. This one, and also refresh data source other one. So now when we preview this, still need to make those private. Let's do it right away. I believe I can also do this over here, logged in visitors. General settings, okay. I think that's even better. Settings, login page, home, perfect. Now when we say view project, we say page settings. Yes, will be redirected. Perfect. Same this one. Page settings. Visibility logged in. These are things that Baseword did later on, and I just learned this myself. But these are very nice features. This is stuff that I've been wanting for a long time. So now when we go here, we'll probably be redirected back to the home. Now we can go to virtual gallery, open this up. I can say love the wall, love the wooden wall. I can assign it to myself, I'll hit submit, and now what I can do is I can hit refresh. And we can see now notes created and assigned to Ronald, both in this case. And I can open this note. Nice. Number 2. And yeah, it's getting ready to hit publish. And it's quite exciting because I mean, in only six episodes we've been able to set up this whole system from like, well, scratch, at least from the point of Baseword point of view. Yeah. So yeah, whether you want to have these things showing up here or not on the homepage, that's up to you. Whether you like that, can just say keep it here. Open project. If you would want to add some project information, you could add that too. So maybe some general project information, who's managing this, or whatever information you want to add to it. I mean, at this point, you can customize it a lot. I'm just trying to keep it kind of to the point here. In the next episode, I'm going to talk about sending the email notifications so that you can, so that when you assign a task to someone else, that this person will receive an email knowing that they need to open up this note and do something with it. And once that is done, I'll show you how to export this whole application and host this on your own domain. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.